In order to teach them to actually give us a paw, there's a couple of things that we have to be very careful of. First of all, if we're asking them for a paw, we only accept the paw when we ask for it, because we don't want them just pawing for attention. Sit, paw. So he is willing to give the paw immediately, but what we might want to do is show how we would train this in a dog that hasn't been taught. So is Jack available to do that? Jack? So in order to get a dog to give us their paw, and the reason that we want to give the paws is twofold. One is we want to be able to examine their feet, touch their feet, trim their nails. Another is this is the beginning of an exercise where we get them to raise their arm and wave. Okay, Jack, can you sit? Nice. It's much easier to do in a sitting position. And one way we can do it is we can actually lure them off of the weight, off of that foot, and then reach our hand under that foot. So that's probably the easiest way to get them to start to raise that paw up. We wouldn't call it anything until we're getting that a fairly consistent number of times, maybe 8 out of 10. Jack, sit. Good sit. Nice. So we're going to try it on both feet. The dogs are going to be more likely to lift one foot more readily than the other. Another way that we can get this behavior is sometimes to have a treat, and then dogs that tend to use their feet may paw at you. That's not my favorite version, because that encourages them to paw for things that they want. So by holding the treat and very carefully, not raising it too high, but just shifting their weight, they're going to lift that opposite foot. So again, we're going to hold the treat right here, just at nose level, pull it over to the side and see how that naturally came up, and we can put our hand under it and they become more comfortable. See if we can figure it out on your own. How did that happen? Yes, good job. You are very bright. And so eventually they start to get that that's how they're getting the treat and start off. And he just offered the other one. That was really sweet. Very sweet. Okay, Jack. Sit. Sit. Try again. There we go. There we go. Using the hand signal combined with the motion of your other hand really does help. And again, he's starting to do that fairly consistently. Eventually we're going to want to name that. And it's good to name the right paw different than the left paw so that we can get them to actually differentiate. Sit. Jack. Sit. And you'll notice when I go for the right paw, I'm using my left hand. And that change in my body language helps them to realize which paw I want them to use. That was brilliant. Nicely done. He's so good.
Oh, that made it look so easy.